Today marks 1459 days lessons I learned and continue to learn with you. But I hope these insights will inspire you, support your dreams, help achieve a goal, and empower you to become the person that you want to become. Today I speak of one more letter, an R. R. 7 words that starts with R to really become the best version of you. So number one is responsibility, a beautiful word. And I think that when I think about responsibility, we need to understand that without responsibility, there'll be no growth. We need to take responsibility for ourselves. And I think that one of the beautiful things that I learned from Will Smith, he said that, and probably he learned from somewhere, but I really love what he said that it's not your fault that something happened to you, but it's your responsibility to fix it. So when you take responsibility, that is the foundation of growth. When you say, okay, what parts of me that I need to develop, what things do I need to improve, and you say, this is my responsibility to do that, no one else's responsibility. And that's why I think that sometimes when we blame others, we lose ownership of our life. And when we lose ownership, we lose responsibility. Sometimes we say, okay, this is my right. But sometimes we forget that this what is my responsibility in my life to really become the best version of me. And responsibility is a beautiful thing because when you take responsibility of your life, you become creator of your life. If you don't take responsibility, you become victim for your life. So that means, of course, when you take responsibility, you're taking back steering wheel of your life. Number two, and this is essential. Without this word, it is not possible to become the best version of you, and that is resilience. Because setbacks is inevitable. Inevitable. At some point, some setback will happen. There's not a question when, there's not a question if, the only question is when and how big. And when you're able to develop, and again, one thing is that I really love about resilience, about setbacks, about disappointments, about adversity, that suffering is optional. That means that when you experience house, when you experience some adversity, when you experience something bad, you're able to choose that is something meaning, and that's why there's a lot of great books where it really shows understanding those setbacks, understanding that adversity, and being able to really see those obstacles as teachers. And that's again where the resilience lies. Resilience lies being able to go through things even sometimes with a smile on your face, even though that you know that it's painful, but you have a smile because you know there's a meaning behind it. And that's the beautiful thing. Number three is reflection. And I think this is again understanding that without reflection, you might keep repeating the same things over and over again. But with reflection, you're able to transform, you're able to evolve, you're able to become better. And without reflection, it's very hard to become the best version of you because when you think about becoming the best version of you and moving to that, the better version of you in a sense of so many different areas, that means that we need to understand what we want to achieve. That's coming from reflection about the future. Second thing we need to do is reflect where you're at the moment. You build that awareness through reflection, and then you understand the gap. But without reflection, it's almost impossible to do that. So when you think about becoming the best version of you, reflection is essential. It's all the same as resilience. There is no possibility to achieve the best version of you without reflection. But without reflection, we'll keep repeating the same thing over and over again. And reflection allows us to really know exactly what we need to improve. Because you cannot improve something if you do not understand. This is a very important lesson. Number four, and this is again sometimes a lot of business owners that I had conversations with, they mentioned this one thing that is one of the key aspects to become successful, and that is resourcefulness. Resourcefulness. And that means that you are able to really find the way how to find the resources rather than saying that this is this is what I'm lacking. And sometimes you're able to say, okay, what do I lack? I truly lack not resources. I lack resourcefulness. There's the ability to really find solutions and really go and find resources. There's no lack of resources. The only thing that we are lacking is resourcefulness. I want to really make sure that we're able to understand it because it's not about having more. It's about really being able to really use what we already have. And if you do not have something, go and find the way how to get it. And that's again is all about creativity and innovation and invention, new ways to get what we need. Number five, and it is respect. And it's partly of integrity because respect builds integrity, both inward and outward. And I think that is very important because we need to have self respect and respect of others. And really, because if we do not have self respect, we potentially could allow other people to treat us not the way how we're supposed to, and allow other people who are not supposed to be in our lives, allow them into our lives. Like thinking that when we allow people who are not supposed to be in our lives, they potentially could sabotage our progress, our moving forward to that success. So having self-respect really keeps boundaries, very strong boundaries around you. So that means that only people who really support you, allows you to be better, those people to come into your life. But at the same time, when you really have respect, and people see that when you treat people with respect, people feel acknowledged, seen by you, heard by you, and then of course they allow you to be in their circles. It means that you build relationships based on trust, and those relations is mutual beneficial support, and so many different things could come out just when you have true respect. Number six is reliability, and this is a beautiful word because being able to ask you how do you build reliability. Another one thing is that consistency build trust in yourself, in others. And it means that dependability, reliability. And I think that every single person needs to really build that. And I think that to be able to be reliable for ourselves and for others. But again, this is part of really being useful, being a person to go to. Because when you're reliable, people want to have reliable people in their corner. You know that they will show up because they were consistent. They were reliable, and I want to have this person in my corner, in my business, because people do business with reliable people, and they will competence, and they will confidence, and they get more opportunities in their life. And when you have more opportunities in your life, a lot of times it leads to better tomorrow. And last one, number seven, is release. And I think that's a beautiful, beautiful word because we need to understand that to achieve our goal is not just about adding things into your life. A lot of times it's not about adding, but about releasing things. So I think that when we have a plate of things, I really love an analogy with food. So when we have a plate of food, sometimes we can say like there's a lot of healthy food, there's some unhealthy food, there's so many food, and if you eat everything, it will be overwhelming and it's unhealthy. So we said, okay, which parts of the food I will remove and release out on my plate? A lot of foods could be great. And I think that our life is like that plate. Sometimes we need to release things that is not adding value to us. And sometimes it could be seen that is might be attractive, but we're not supposed to choose things not based on attractiveness, not based on validation, not based on other people's approval, but based on our values of our thing that we need to really achieve. So I think it is part of reflection. And when you know what you need to release, sometimes you need to release last past mistakes. Sometimes you need to release other people. And I think that one beautiful thing as well that you need to that I learned from John C. Maxwell, he said that you need to give up to go up. So, what do you need to release to have more clarity and less baggage in life so you can really move faster? Because when you have a lot of baggage, emotional baggage, a lot of times that really keeps us from really having full cognitive power to really allocate that mind space to really the inventions, curiosity, creativity. And when we have that, we're able to move to become the best version of ourselves much, much faster rather than think about the things that we did in the past in a not the best way or anything that we need to release. So in summary, we have those seven words. So responsibility grounds you, resilience strengthens you, reflection enlightens you, resourcefulness empowers you, respect refines you, reliability stabilizes you, release liberates you. And when you have those seven words, it's so much easier to really become the best version of you and achieve that better tomorrow. So I hope that you reflect on R. There's a lot of words, great words that starts with R, and maybe you will write a comment. What are the best words for you specifically that could really add tremendous value for you right now? So I hope you just win and see you tomorrow.